everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. In today's matchup, we have an offense that keeps itself on the field. The Chiefs are top 10 in converting on third down, and they'll be up against the Raiders defense that wants to make quick stops.
Larry, as always, it is a frenzied atmosphere inside Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. A few short moments ago, these two teams made their way out of the Arrowhead Stadium tunnels, and the noise level in this place was just about off the charts. They're set for football as the Chiefs get set to do battle with the Oakland Raiders. Three-quarters of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here are the Chiefs now coming out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by the #1 overall selection back in 05 out of the University of Utah. It's Alex Smith.
And I thought it was a really nice performance last week by him. 3 touchdown passes. I think that signifies exactly what he was getting done. He did have the 1 interception.
But that's the ratio you say you're okay with, right?
If you go 3-1, you're going to be pretty happy over the course of the season. And let's face it, he'll never blame the receiver publicly. But behind closed doors, he probably told his agent, hey, what's the deal? I should have had a perfect game.
Now the rookie from Toledo, this is Kareem Hunt, and he'll get this one up to the 26. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. And the big boys up front in the trenches. What do you think of the O-line, Charles?
I love them because this is a group that's so cohesive. They know what the man next to them is going to do at all times, and they operate as a terrific unit.
On 2nd down, here's Smith. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Travis Carey. And the Raiders are in for 6. Touchdown. And the defense could not have written a much better script than that. First drive, pick 6.
The offense never got a chance to really get oiled up there, did they? But the defense, they certainly got in gear. What a big-time play and a great way for them to start.
And now the offense, they've got to turn things around and figure this out because your backs are on the ground real quickly.
Yeah, usually when you're starting the game getting the ball, 0-0 is the only score you're worried about. Now the second time you get it, you're already down a touchdown.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. So the Chiefs offense heads out. There's a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. And I tell you, 4 weeks still to go, and everything is wide open, and it's fun.
And I know we always talk about, well, if the playoffs were to begin today, and then we kind of go, okay, but they're not. Let's see how it plays out. Wouldn't it be fun to play with this playoff lineup right now? Because to me, just about anyone can win this whole thing out of this grouping we currently have. And by the time we get there, it may look entirely different.
They'll begin the drive with Hunt. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. And the big meat on the D-line, we'll see how they do today.
And I'd hate to be an offensive lineman having to deal with these guys. They come in hungry, mean, and confident. They think that no one can block them.
See if they stay on the ground for second down. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hunt. And he powers his way up past the 30. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4. So a look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. They tell us the same thing every time, don't they? Next man up.
No excuses. Be ready to play. That's the mantra of every organization. The key is having guys on the roster who are capable of filling in and playing at a high level. That's when you know you've drafted well, scouted free agents well, and stocked your team just the way you're supposed to.
They go play action to Hunt. Now Smith. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
On 4th down on is Dustin Colquitt to kick this away. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. So here comes the Raider offense now onto the field. They'll be led out by their quarterback out of Fresno State. It's the Pro Bowler, Derek Carr.
And what I loved about meeting with him before the game was talking to a guy who takes ownership of his performance. 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions last week, but all he focused on was the loss, okay? And he did say, if I change my stats a little bit, but that'll help my team.
They go play action here on 1st down. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Michael Crabtree there, and that'll bring up 2nd down. The starting offensive unit now coming up on your screen. Who are we highlighting, Charles?
DeAndre Washington out of Texas Tech, the leading rusher in the Big 12 in 2015. I don't think he'll be utilized much as a lead ball carrier. He'll be a terrific 3rd down back. Catch the ball in open space and create big plays.
The carry, here's Marshawn Lynch. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
From the gun now on 3rd down, Carr looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Out now the Chiefs offensive unit ready to do battle again. This is their 3rd drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a 1st down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a 1st down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
Smith going to give this one to Hunt. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
The insistence of speed at every position is really seen at the defensive end spot. These guys in the old days were often outside linebackers. They just pushed them forward because they wanted to play fast and get to the quarterback or the running backs quicker than ever before.
And that'll be incomplete. Albert Wilson, the intended receiver there. And it's 3rd down. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job here of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. So after the pick, they can't capitalize for 6, but they do get 3.
And I know in this situation, most of us wanted to focus on the offense. You know what side of the ball I played on. Let's give that defense a lot of credit. Taking over in a sudden change situation and shutting them down.
After the field goal, here's Butker to kick it away. On the return, here's the dangerous Cordero Patterson. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Raider offense heading out as we take a look at the playoff race in the AFC. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football. Again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. And a glance now at the Chiefs' defense.
Marcus Peters has been named first-team All-Pro in both of his years in the NFL. In 2015, he had 8 interceptions. In 2016, last season, that dropped to 6, which tells me that he's maximizing the number of times people are throwing the football in his area because you know they're trying to avoid him.
So the offense looking at a 2nd and 8. Carr to throw after the play fake to Lynch. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on. 3rd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, make a completion.
Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. Trying for Cooper again. This time he finds it. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. And now here comes Kansas City. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that. They weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. So nothing there. I don't know that that's all in the back, though. You got to look at blocking there, don't you?
I would agree with that totally. At some point, they have to win at the point of attack. Instead, it was the defense getting it done again and holding them to no gain.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. They'll run it now. This is Charkandrick West. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23. Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Out of the gun, Smith. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. A good pickup there of 20 yards. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. Smith with a give to Hunt. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The numbers on the ground for Hunt a week ago. 18 carries, 78 yards.
And to me, the goal is the exact same thing as last week. Get him the ball early and often. I think he's got another big game in him in this one. Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Time running out here on the play clock. They run again with Hunt. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Not much happening there on 1st down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
A first update now out of Jacksonville. And the Jags, they're out to an early lead there. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. To throw on 2nd down is Smith. Incomplete. This is Albert Wilson. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. A very solid gain of 27. And now a 1st down following that long gain. A toss play to Hunt. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
So if I'm an offensive coordinator, there's one thing that I know for sure. This is one of the top 5 teams in the NFL against the run. So when I look at my playlist, I'm probably thinking about throwing it.
Smith turns and gives to West. And he'll get this down only to the 18. 1 yard officially on the pickup, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 11.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big, big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5 on 3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
They'll need to get the play off quickly. On 3rd down, that's Hunt. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt. It looked good when it left his foot, but he kind of sliced it a little bit, and he winds up missing it wide right.
Throwing on first down is Carr. And some room to maneuver. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider first down. So one quarter in the books on a score. EA Sports NFL Sunday returns following this.
The NFL on EA Sports is presented by Snickers. You're not you when you're hungry. Snickers satisfies.
Ready to go now in the second quarter. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. It's the Raiders in possession of the football. And they've got it here with a first down. First down, the run with Lynch. Lynch fighting, and he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. Didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
Coming up later tonight, a reminder, one of the best rivalries going. We'll have the Ravens and Steelers for you at 8:30 Eastern. And then tomorrow on Monday night, another divisional matchup. This time it's the Pats heading down to Miami to take on the Dolphins.
Nice twofer there.
Here's Hunt. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Partner, you mind if I take off this headset and put on a coaching headset?
You want to get this running game going?
I want to get this running game going. I'm going down there and saying, gentlemen, we have got to run the football. We've got to get it going right now.
Yeah, to this point in the second quarter, it has been a struggle.
Delay of game, offense.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5.
Still second down.
Here's Smith now on second down. And he whips that one incomplete there.
The name of the game, as always on defense, put pressure on the quarterback. And that's exactly what they've done today. It looks like they've got him a little bit rattled. That would have been the second interception in the first half.
The Chiefs on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Play clock winding down. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And we're back. The offense had a chance to talk things over. We'll see what they come up with here on this next play. The Chiefs on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. From the gun, here's Smith. Able to find Harris, complete. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Demetrius Harris, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs are in for 6. Quarterback loves the receivers, but sometimes his best friend is that tight end.
Yeah, it's hard to believe, isn't it? Because we always talk about the guys out wide and how acrobatic they are. But that tight end, great sight lines, easier throws, they become a bigger and bigger weapon as the NFL evolves.
Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it winds up with the Chiefs hitting pay dirt. Butker now to kick this one away. Marshawn Lynch and the Raider offense heading back out there. And for him, it's been pretty limited involvement. Down on the scoreboard, maybe time to turn to this guy.
And you know me well. Winning games to me means starting with the running game and continuing to press the running game. Maybe you go away from him a little bit now, but the bottom line is he hasn't touched it enough to make a difference.
Well, they haven't established that running game yet. The question is, will they? Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Wasn't able to get anything, no gain. Fumbled one early on that play, but I'm sure that's in his mind somewhere.
Oh, without a doubt, because protecting the football is job one for anyone who's carrying it. And that's exactly what he tried to do on that play, but it didn't gain him any yardage.
And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. 8 yards on the run there, and that leaves them with third and just a couple.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled them up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
They'll run it. Here's Lynch. Oh, and now he bowls him over. Well, he's taken down, but not before picking up the first thanks to a flashy little spin move. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for an Oakland first down.
Well, if we had any questions, that run kind of answered him. He's still Marshawn Lynch.
Hasn't lost a thing. Maybe running with a renewed sense of purpose and energy after that year off. They'll run with Marshawn Lynch. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. Now they'll throw with Carr. Looking for Crabtree, and it's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
On the run, this is Hunt. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. They'll run again with Hunt. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it first and goal.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Smith on first down. The quick slant caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A gain of 9 there. Sets up second and goal.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain. His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Now Smith on third and goal. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Travis Carey. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
They start the drive with Lynch. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down. And when you're running the football, one thing you don't want to see is a big boy coming up there and swallow you whole in those D tackles and nose tackles.
No, you're actually counting on your big boys to protect you from them. But on that play, the defensive tackle had the leverage, and he won the battle. No gain, correct?
No gain. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. A well-executed blitz, no doubt. Great job by the linebacker. Maybe the quarterback, if he could have seen that, could have audibled there.
Yeah, he needed to be in a different play because that one just meshed perfectly for the defense. All the gaps were filled except for the one the offense really wanted to run through, and that was filled by a big man wanting to make a tackle.
And he made a great tackle. Solid gain of 18 and a Raider first down.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. A 10th carry of the game for Marshawn Lynch. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Nice job by the defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. Now Carr throwing on second down. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield across the 45. They've got another first down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now.
It's funny when I go back to our pregame meeting with Amari Cooper and we mentioned, what if they play man coverage against you? He almost seemed offended by it, didn't he?
I'll beat it. That's basically what he said, right?
I mean, the best receivers we've ever talked to and covered, when you talk about covering them with one guy, they think that's a personal affront. If they feel like if they can't just beat one defender, then they're not very good.
And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down. They'll run again with Lynch. Looking for a seam but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage and that's it. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Shotgun now for Carr. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Not something you see a whole lot of, a sack of Derek Carr, and due in large part to a good O-line. Carr was sacked on less than 3% of his dropbacks last year, lowest in the league.
Oakland knew it was important to take care of their quarterback. They picked up Donald Penn, Kelechi Osemele, and Rodney Hudson in recent years, and it's paid off.
Here's Marquette King now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. The second quarter score from Cincinnati. And it's the Bears who are off to the early lead. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. To begin the drive, here's a handoff to Hunt. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
To throw on second down, Smith. And this is incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. The Chiefs on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
Mike 55. Hey, eat.
Now Smith. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
They'll run for it with West. And this is going to come up well short as they stop him on 4th down. It's a pickup of 3, and we have now arrived at the 2-minute warning. The Chiefs defense making their way back onto the field. And a big reason they have the lead right now, as we see on the screen, their 3 turnovers.
And how about the emotion now that the defensive team is generating for the entire team? Creating the turnovers, what they call takeaways, and turning those into points for their team. That's why they have the lead, and that's got to be exciting for those guys on the defensive side of the ball.
And a great spot to start this drive from here. Carr now on 1st down. And complete right side to Cook. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. A reminder that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll check in with Larry Ridley in Orlando with highlights and analysis of this first half of play.
And I'm going to check in with a heater.
I'm going to be right there with you, partner. On second down, here's Carr. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And able to get this down inside the 15 to either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 4, and that'll make it 3rd and 1.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
The Raiders on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Carr going to try and throw on 3rd down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. This offense can certainly move quickly when they want to. 3 plays, 3 pass completions. In the blink of an eye, they've got a 1st and goal.
Almost felt like a lightning bolt hit in this game, didn't it? For them to get downfield that quickly. And now 1st and goal, expect them to attack right here on this play.
They've made goal line offense a priority on the practice field this week. This is exactly the situation they've been prepping for. Now Carr again. And the Raiders are in for 6. Touchdown. Derek Carr, his first touchdown on the year. And the Raiders are able to cash in for 6. Well, we heard it, how heavily they stressed effective goal line offense this week in practice. Pays off there, they punch it in.
Now not only have we heard it, we saw it. All that preparation, and what it means is going back and examining what's been going wrong before. How can you correct it? Maybe it's even changes of personnel, but it paid off in this situation.
Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And that makes it 14-10. So that drive, 4 plays. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. Oh, spinning away. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Start on the ground with West. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Offense.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Play fake here on 1st down. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Travis Carey. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags.
Face mask. Defense.
Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
And they'll start this drive with very good field position. On 1st down, Carr. This will be caught at about the 6. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. And we are back here. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. So the offense takes the timeout. And now we're set to get going. Carr to throw on second down. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number one.
So many offense want to include their running backs into their passing offense and be able to swing the ball out or check it down to them. But sometimes those guys are just not as comfortable catching the ball as they are running it.
Carr now on 3rd and goal. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Derek Johnson with a big-time sack on 3rd down. And it'll be a loss of 7.
And that's the kind of stand all defenses are seeking. 3rd and goal, backs against the wall, and they get a monster sack, and now they're going to force them into a field goal. For them, that's a win.
Now on 4th down, Jack Del Rio's going to send on the field goal unit. And the Chiefs are going to signal for and be granted another timeout. So that means they're down to 1. So a defensive timeout, chance to regather, regroup, and get set as we resume action. And his kick is good. But now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about.
Foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Following the penalty, Lynch. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. So the offense takes the timeout, and they are back out and ready to rock. Second and goal from the 1. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Marshawn Lynch with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So the Chiefs offense heads out. There's a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
On 1st and 10, Smith. And to the left side here, Wilson. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. First down for the Chiefs. Solid chunk of yardage, 17 on the play. And now the clock will stop as he's able to get up and spike it here. Offense still needing 10 yards. Second down. Now it's Smith. Wilson snags it left side. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. A good pick up there of 20 yards. So the offensive unit called the TO, and now we are ready to resume play. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. They go play action here on 1st down. Gonna look deep for Wilson. And that is incomplete. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Raiders out in front as we send you down to our EA Sports Studios in Orlando, where we find our man Larry Ridley with our halftime report.
All right, Brandon, back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, let's get you caught up on all the highlights from the first half. The Chiefs trail at home at halftime. The Raiders have come in and looked good as the road team, and will just keep trying to play hard and maintain the lead going forward. All right, let's take a look at some of the highlights from the first half. Chiefs taking the field for their opening drive. Here the defense will come up with the pick. Raiders take advantage and return it for a touchdown. They strike first in the half. 1st and 10. The ball will pop out here on the run. He'd end up picking up 17 yards on this run. Now following the fumble, Harris is wide open down the field. He gone. Chiefs go up by a field goal. After the pick, offense comes out now. The pass ends up being picked off. Raiders defense forces the turnover. Now to late in the second. Carr is going to look for space, and he'll go in from 2 yards out. The lead grows to 4. Still late stages of the second. Lynch has got it on the run, and this 4-play drive goes for a touchdown. The lead now at 11.
All right, Larry, these two teams back out there as we get set and ready for this second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Short kick here, fielded about the 17. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot. But they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 12 yards is the pickup there, and it'll make it second down.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
On second down, Lynch. And not much. Maybe a yard up to the 29.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. The Raiders on third down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 7. Working from the gun, it's Carr. He'll dump it off complete to Lynch. How did he stay on his feet? And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. Solid gain of 18 and a Raider first down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
On first, here's Washington. No dice this go around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
They fake the handoff. Now Carr. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. Jared Cook, the tight end, was the target. And now it's third down.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
Completes it right side to Cooper. They've got another first down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Back to the ground, Lynch. And he'll be stopped up quickly here at the 38. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Evades the tackler and now some space. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Marshawn Lynch with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game. And the Raiders add on to their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by the All-Pro, Navarro Bowman. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
Now after the INT, it's Carr. He's going to find his running back. It's complete.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward in the red zone this time. Carr gives to Marshawn. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Carr gives to Lynch on the draw, and he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. On 1st and goal, Washington. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
2nd down, the ball on the 2. And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. Marcel Reese, his first touchdown on the year. And the Raiders take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. And that's why you have the fullback, Charles. Couldn't get it in the play before with the smaller guy. Turned to a little more power. They score it.
And now it has to warm the hearts of a lot of old-school football fans. They love when they get to see a little bit of power football.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25. So the Chiefs offense heads out. There's a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. This is West. And it'll be a loss of a yard, and just like that, it's 3rd down.
With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick-hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. You don't totally abandon it, but you try and give it a little bit of help.
The Chiefs on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. The play clock's running down on 3rd down. That's Hunt, and he'll get this up only to about the 33. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
But forget knowing where the first down line was. This defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front, and a lot of times that is one-on-one. And if you win your one-on-ones enough times, your defense is going to be pretty good. They had more people to the football and snuffed out the play.
Just a 2-yard return there following a punt of 48. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Marshawn Lynch heading back out into the huddle. He's already hit pay dirt twice. He's up over 100 yards. He is feeling good.
And he's just zipping along today. Everything coming together for him. It's that type of a day that you see a back just kind of have a grin on his face every time his number is called. Because he doesn't feel like there are going to be any lost yardage plays. Nothing but big-time positive runs.
Making the sideline grin as well. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
So, Brandon, when this offense gathers together to watch tape for this game, they're going to be feeling pretty good about themselves until the coaches get upset about the play we just saw. But you know their defense is going to be. But we put up big points all game long. The defense is going to win one every now and then.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
And there's a nice stop for the defense. They've had a tough time containing this guy all game long, but maybe they can build a little bit off of that play, a little bit of confidence, a little bit of momentum. Yeah, every now and then you can actually tackle that guy.
The Raiders on third down, 5 out of 9 thus far. This is third down and 12. Carr to throw after the play fake to Lynch. And he's got some space here. Give him 12 yards that time and an Oakland first down. Now the offense lining up first and 10.
Feels right, feels right.
From the gun, it's Carr. Always got some breathing room. Give him 8 on the play, and it'll bring up a second down. Offense in a good spot here, second and 2. From the gun, Carr. He finds some open field here. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. Give him a first down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Now Carr. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive. They'll run it now out of the gun. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And they're going to be staring at a third and long here. Operating from the gun. Carr. Connects it to Roberts, right side. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. And I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. On the NFL scoreboard, third quarter now from Jacksonville. And you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. And now here comes Kansas City. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Here's West. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. They run with Hunt, and not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
And they won't be able to run another play. Time has expired on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
You're not you when you're losing. Snickers satisfies.
We're back now in KC. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. The Chiefs on third down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This will be 3rd and 6. They'll run. This is Hunt. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
So it'll be first down here after the run. Now a first down throw. It's Smith. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Second down now after the incompletion. To throw again. Smith. Throw left side complete. It's Wilson. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 23 yards on the play. And he's been one of their few bright spots here this afternoon.
And as you pointed out, so far he's gotten his. That's not been the issue at all. But the teammates, the other guys, they've been shut down. That's why the defensive guys have to feel pretty good, even though he's over 100 yards.
Yeah, he topped 100 with that last catch. They'll run it here with Hunt. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. I'm no offensive mastermind, but of all the guys on the field to block, you might want to stop him.
Look, I've got a very simple rule. An unblocked defender is usually your best defender, and he ended up making the play there.
To throw on second down is Smith. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
Trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football.
Exceptions he's thrown in. Frankly, that should have been another pick right there. On third down, it's Hunt. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth.
It's real easy to say this running game needs to be better, but the reality is they've been given little time to actually find a place to run the football. It's almost like the defense is there on the handoff.
Desperation time for Smith on fourth down. And this is incomplete. Andy Reid went for it, but it won't pan out. And the Raider D, they get the football back. So they've gone for it twice now on fourth down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a third situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
That one good for 13 and a Raider first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. They run again on first down, Lynch. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
On the handoff, Lynch. And now running right through it. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Give him 2 on that run, and they're still left looking at a third and about 9 to go.
Doesn't matter who you're rooting for in this game. The effort of the man with the football, getting away from one and trying to turn forward and get some yardage, I really liked what he did there.
The Raiders on third down. They've converted 6 times and could use a 7th here. This is 3rd and 9. Now Carr on the bootleg. And he couldn't corral it. It falls down incomplete, but maybe not a big deal given this big lead.
But plain and simple, that's the second time today that he's dropped a pass.
And that one, I think, maybe even a little easier than the earlier one that he dropped. Surprising.
Was this game announced as a night game prior to it? Maybe his rhythm is just off. He's got thrown off. He's got to wake up, enjoy the sunshine, and go play.
Here's Marquette King now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. He'll send this one into the Midwestern air, and it's a good one. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. So the Chiefs offense heads out. There's a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a 4th down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again.
Now Smith. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
On 2nd down, here's Smith. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. They're hitting at just 30%, 3 for 10. Here it's 3rd and 2. Out of the gun, Smith. And incomplete here on 3rd down.
Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was 3rd and short, okay? They decided to throw the football incomplete. Yeah, they might have thought just a little bit too hard about that play selection.
Double.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Khalil Mack in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. A gutsy decision there at this stage in the second half in their own territory, and a decision that they might regret.
Can't wait for the postmortem. You know, this post-game press conference, because the questions are going to come fast and furious about this decision, no matter how the game turns out, right? What were you thinking there? Why? Did you have a certain play call? Were you confident in your defense? Oh, yeah. Why? It's going to keep coming up.
Yeah, no matter the scoreboard, just tough to justify. And able to work his way down to the 16. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
I know you're trying to wring every yard out of a run, but I think 9 yards there is ideal in this situation.
Yeah, now next couple plays, you only need 1 yard. Keep that clock rolling with a lead here in the 4th.
Yeah, what you're saying is maybe if it takes you 1 or 2 more runs to get the first down, that's extra time, extra plays. Really hurts the team on defense.
So they're operating in the red zone. They'll keep pounding here with Lynch. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd down. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. I think this defense tired of seeing him run the football, and this D-line probably getting sick of the O-line as well.
And as I'm watching this, I'm thinking about a conversation I had with Adam Gase, the head coach of the Miami Dolphins in the offseason. He told me that he asked his running backs each week for their favorite runs. Give me your 3 top runs. And right now, you're seeing a guy that's probably using his top runs to great advantage in this game.
He is in his zone. And he's got it. And he is out of bounds here. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold.
That'll go as a loss of 5, and that'll make it 3rd and goal.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to see?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
Now, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. Now from back at the 5. This is 3rd and goal. Shotgun now for Carr. And this is going to be incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss it? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
And this one is right through. And their lead will swell up to 28. So it's 3 more points, and that widens things out even further here in the 4th.
Hey, in this league, you can never have too much. So if you're in range, grab the 3 whenever you can.
This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. So the Chiefs offense heads out. There's a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
And this defense continues to give them fits. They just can't get really anything going on the ground, can they?
I love the theme that you just brought up. This defense has been tough all game long against the run. We just saw another example of it there.
Here's Smith now on 2nd down. Going to look deep for Wilson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the safety, Reggie Nelson. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the red and color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. Again, they'll pound it with Lynch. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game, but what a nice play by the defense. Stepping up on that one, maybe they'll get things going in their direction after a play like that.
For the 2-minute warning, let's see if they do it anyway. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. 3rd and 11. And some extra depth to the secondary here. They're in the dime. On 3rd down, they go Lynch. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. They'll get 6 there on the run, but it brings up 4th down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Here's Marquette King now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. And now here comes Kansas City. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
They'll start with Hunt on the ground, and he'll work his way forward up to the 22. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it. So those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
8 yards to go here on 2nd down. Now Smith. He gets it complete to Harris. And he's going to be out of bounds right at the 40. Nice play for Kansas City, picking up the first 18 yards that time. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now, because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Smith with a give to Hunt. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
4 yards remaining now on 2nd down. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hunt. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Well, he was stopped on that play, but he's had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
On the NFL scoreboard, they've gone to the 4th in Cincinnati. The Bears have just scored, so they add on to their lead. And if they could hold on to that lead, it would be win number 4 on the season for them. Well, Charles, it's great to win at home in the NFL. When you win on the road, it's a little extra special, isn't it?
It is, because, let's face it, in most cases, you're not expected to go on the road and win in the National Football League. It just doesn't usually compute. So to get out there, get that done, and then head back to your city with one in the victory column, oh, that's a fantastic feeling.
So for the Raiders, their very slim playoff hopes remain as they back home next week to take on the Dallas Cowboys. Meanwhile, for Kansas City, it's going to all but eliminate them from the playoff picture as they fall to 5-8. And they will get a home date next week against the Los Angeles Chargers. That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. From Kansas City, so long, everybody.